Especially the
8th hour.
Is this part of yesterday's?
Nope.
Oh, dang it. Is this part 4 of 19A?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll go back.
Oh.
Hey,
Come on.
I was learning.
Jack, go for lot 10.
Does Lars even go to class?
Probably not.
It's debated.
No.
It's debated. How do you
Nomenclature.
Nomenclature. It's the naming system.
Oh, I put Norman Culture.
No man cultures.
I think you guys keep saying that. I almost wrote instead of chemistry, clature. Straight up clature.
That's
Just like yesterday when I wrote name the diabetes. Because you said the word diabetes.
That's debated.
You're gonna give us a cream of diabetes to like candy.
already got it.
Happy birthday.
That's fine.
Happy birthday, beaties.
Oh, that was harsh choice.
Do we have to write down the prefixes and whatnot?
Unless you know them already,
I know.
then do
Well, I know
it.
most of them. I just need to know Donna and Deca.
Decade?
That's the same thing.
I know, it's deca, but I'm saying decade is how many years?
People stop
Ten.
Okay.
Well, I
Decade is
just
10?
need to know Nana.
First and then 9, 10.
So,
Well, then I know.
like, if you have 5 kids at once, would it be like
That's couplets.
Death.
pentuplet?
That's what C-section. Wait, can you actually have
Pentuplets.
Right?
You can have pentuplets. I think that's
Instead of Tetra, why can't
That's serious
Because
ouch.
use Tetris as an example.
What's your head Because they have 4 blocks of each
You
one.
just now realize that.
No, I already knew that, but I was just.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Tetris has all those shapes have 4 blocks to them.
Oh, that is okay.
Why did you point at me? Because I told you the other day about that, remember? No, all the blocks have 4 and.
How long have you had that straight-out cable shirt?
Ever.
3 years.
So it's ever gonna steal something.
It would be.
You, so that I can take that shirt, and then I throw you.
You're gonna kidnap each.
I'm kidding! I'm kidding! Take a joke! Take a joke!
Buy it at Kohl's.
Oh man, this pen doesn't work.
I don't make money.
I have a pen. I only.
It's not working, I just opened it.
Okay, you have 1 minute to finish this, and then I'm moving on.
It's not working.
Octa? No.
No.
It's not a 0. I think
Oh, got it.
this one. That makes no.
Beautiful.
I think I'm just straight up stupid.
Did I give you guys the
I
study
missed
guide for your
D.
final?
Yes, you did. And you're just like, wow.
You're like half
Yeah.
the terms aren't even on.
Darn it!
No,
I missed
really?
D. Math one's like
I
4
don't think you did
pages.
because I was talking to Meadow about it something.
Yeah, I didn't give it to them.
No, I
Aw, shut.
I'm sure they wanted it.
didn't.
Okay. Just quickly, mono means 1, die like a dice. Turns into dice. Tricycle, 3. Tetra, Tetris, Penta, Pentagon, 5. Hexa, Hepta, Octopus. 8.
Great.
Yeah, I definitely had a little bit too much emphasis on the ending of that. Nona, 9, Deca, 10. Okay, so you're probably wondering why the heck these Greek prefixes? Well, guess what? Naming ionic and naming covalence a little bit different. Dodeca? Oh, maybe I don't know. All right, there you go.
What about a diagonal?
Farmer's gone.
Come here, buddy. Use the windows to escape. I'll break it with this book. Those stools. I want to kill.
as bad as candy.
No, candy's not good.
He doesn't like candy.
What is wrong with that child?
Okay, I would have made that.
And I was very disappointed. You're done with this?
I appreciate
I
things.
feel like
I don't want to know everything word for word, but yes, I appreciate. Like, if there doesn't need to be a word, then I don't put it.
So change ending element I.
Right notes.
No, change ending, I can't.
You don't even have anything written down.
So you call mom on daddy?
No.
I will.
So I ran out of room on this page, and I have to go do this page. Oh. Kablat!
Nope, that was.
You're like sheltered, so now it's sheltered.
Okay, here we go. Here's how it works.
Sure.
We're going to name. What's so funny?
Show called
She's already saying
Yeah, I know that, I think that's the cleat.
Are you guys ready? So it says take the least electronegative element, write that first, then the more electronegative element, write that second. Hey, quick little hint for you. It's always going to have the first guy first and the second guy second for you, so you don't have to think about that. That's nice. So like, let's say we're due C2H8. Let's say that's the formula, okay? So we're going to take the name of the first guy. What is it?
Carbon.
Okay, all right, and then the name of the second guy?
Helium, hydrogen.
Hydrogen, okay, and then it says, you're going to write prefixes, okay? You're probably wondering, well, write prefixes when needed. What does that mean, okay? Well, we are going to figure out how many of each I have by the prefix. We're not uncrisscrossing or crisscrossing anything or doing any oxidation numbers or anything like that. We are simply just going to look and see that I have how many carbons.
2.
So it's dicarbon. Right? Then I look and I see that I have 8 hydrogens. So I would do octahydride. Still have an IDE ending, but we have prefixes when we do covalent. Now here's the common mistake. Eventually I'm going to start intermingling these guys. Which means you got to figure out which naming system to use. Because they're different, aren't they? So if you put Greek prefixes on ionic, do you think you'll get it right?
No.
No. Huh? I'm going to give you another one. Okay. This one's a little bit goofier. The reason why is I did not put monocarbon. You notice that? Okay. Here's why I did not put mono. I don't know why they decided to do this, but if your first element, if you want to write this in, you can. If your first element you only have one, you don't put mono. The only time you ever put mono is if it's the second element that only has one. I don't know why they do that. They just decide to do that.
Is it only the second one, or can it be different ones?
We're only doing binary at this point. Yep.
So like if it's CO1, so that doesn't
Yep. So like, no, never put mono on the first element ever, even if there's one. It's an assumed one kind of thing.
for oxygen.
So like if I were to do this versus this is carbon dioxide. This is carbon monoxide. Now notice they both of these situations, carbon only has one. Okay, but if your first element only has one, you do not put mono. But if your second element has one, you do have to put mono. Okay? If you have to jot yourself a little note about that, go for it.
So. Never mind.
So I want you guys to do these 4. I want you to raise your hand when you have them done. Hey, that little periodic table over there, that won't be up on your desk.
Oh, because we don't need to, I just don't know how to spell things.
I'm just saying.
Well, darn.
Wait, so we won't, like,
That one, not that one, that one.
oh, that one.
Oh, so this one will still be in?
Yep.
Okay, good. I was just thinking.
Yes. Anybody else done yet? Okay, you can look at it, that's fine. Done? Cool. That's right. Yep. Why did it break?
This is in a cardboard.
Oh, that makes sense.
Why did you make it out of cardboard?
Why did you make it on time?
Have access to that, that's carbon.
Am I not that valuable to you?
You can go to Jared and get it bejeweled.
Yes, bro? Why don't you just check with me?
What if it begins with a C?
You need to change that second guy. Have one, so you gotta put
Oh,
one.
you do not know how to spell phosphorus.
Okay, you only, don't put mono on the first.
Yes, you. I don't know how to spell
Okay. I haven't checked all of you guys, but you guys can check it as we go through this as a group. I don't think this is overly difficult. Again, this is another one of those things where it's easy the first time, but then when you start taking and building everything, it becomes more difficult about, hey, when do I use the Greek prefixes, when don't I? Because a lot of times what ends up happening on a test or a quiz is everybody puts Greek prefixes on everything. When you don't have to put Greek, I don't want you to put Greek prefixes on guys that are ionic. Okay, so let's start with Mari in the back. Can you help me name this guy?
Phosphorus, trichloride.
Mr. Wilson, next one.
Nitrogen monoxide.
Yep. Shay, next one.
Sulfur dibromide.
Yep. Carly.
Silicon tetrachloride.
C. Okay.
Not chloride.
Not C.
Rain.
Ah. All right, let's see if you can work backwards without me telling you how to do it. Go.
Oh, I was right on the way. Oh, I don't know why. Easy catch. There you go.
I have to refrain from that. It's not a wise use of time. No, it probably doesn't make sense at this point, but maybe
No,
someday it will.
Yeah, I only have an hour
Alright. Let's get some new people involved here. Sid, first guy.
B2H6.
I want you to notice something here. That is the correct answer. But another difference between covalent and ionic is that in covalent, you do not need to, anyone know?
Simplify.
Reduce. Okay? Remember, ionic compounds are naturally their simplest whole number ratio. This is not the case for covalent. So do not reduce covalent. Naughty, naughty. No touchy. Okay. Everett, number 2.
RBR3.
Okay. Rose, 3. And notice I'm not doing oxidation numbers, I'm not crisscrossing anything, I'm not doing any of that stuff. In fact, this is almost easier to do, isn't it? However, don't let that fool you in thinking that you can just do everything this way. Okay, and lastly, who haven't I called on? Ethan? Okay.
P2O.
Yes. You guys are getting it. I don't think it's overly difficult, but I think you guys are getting it. So let's get you a worksheet.
Yay!
Well, when there was an element R and D, so you could do R2D.
R2D2. It's like a 7, 8, 8,
What?
5, 16.
What the world is
You could
in?
do BPA.
Ethan, you can do C3PO.
Maybe. Or
Oh.
you could do BPA.
Oh.
Wait, no, you couldn't.
They have a new BPA unit.
Where do you
Sorry,
find
it's
it?
79.
What?
Where do you find
I
C2?
know, it's flat C2.
There's no 2 up there?
You should check this way.
C, it's like,
Oh, subscript.
Yeah, subscript.
It's trapezoid.
I I've never even heard of
Oh, it's
Yeah, antimony, I think it's, what the heck is antimony? Here, table, let's go to this Google right now.
Oh,
Wait.
I'll tell you to study hall.
I found it, it's SB. What the heck? You're welcome.
Wait, what is antimony?
Antimony is an element on the periodic
Pass it
table.
up here.
SB?
Yeah.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Oh, it's, okay.
Do you have to climb on the counter for that?